What's up, Facebook? Happy Thursday. I am here with Cowboy Davin. You say hi?
Hi.
Say hi to all of your fans. You have lots of people out there that are watching you. I'm going to share this video right now. So today is Thursday. That means that it is Ask Ashley. This is the day that I come on live and I answer all of the questions that you guys have sent to me. I answer all of the questions. Yeah, there we are. Did you see us?
Yeah.
He sees us on the computer because I just shared it. The video. And so he can say hi. Say hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
See, it's good to see you.
See you.
Okay. So this is Ask Ashley. This is where I come on live and I answer all of the questions that you guys have sent me throughout the week. I answer any questions that you guys have during this session. So if you guys want to post questions below for me, let me know. Just post them down and I will get those answered for you. You guys can ask me anything you want, obviously within reason. It doesn't have to be fitness and nutrition. It can be lifestyle things. It could be about Cowboy Davin. It could be about fitness, nutrition. It could just be any kind of question that you're curious about. Then just go ahead and ask that and I will get those answered in this time. So I do this every single Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I do upload these Ask Ashleys up to my YouTube. So if you've missed any of the past ones, you can go over to my YouTube and you can check them out. But you guys have sent me a ton of questions today, so I'm just going to get into it. Do you have anything else to say? You want a new pair of cowboy boots?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to show them the boots that you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
What are they? They're snow boots?
Yeah.
We're pretending to have cowboy boots, but they're snow boots because we don't have any cowboy boots yet. We're gonna get some, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna go ride bulls now?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you later. Are you gonna go out there? Or are you gonna hang out in here?
Here.
You're gonna hang out in here? All right. So Cowboy Davin is going to hang out while I answer these questions. So, we're going to start off. I have a bunch of questions that you guys sent me. And the first question, he wanted to come on here, so he's just going to hang out, I guess. We'll see how long it lasts. The first question I got is, why do I recommend keto? And this could be a very long, drawn-out answer because it's not necessarily that I recommend keto for anybody. I think that everybody's body is different, so everybody's body responds to different things. Yes, I talk about keto a lot, but to be honest, and I've said this before, I don't necessarily follow a keto style diet. I follow a very high-fat, low-carb diet. Yeah, that could look similar to keto, but I definitely don't go down to 25 grams of carbs. That's too low for my body. Like, I need a little bit more. This is why I like to say that you really need to find something that works for you, and it's all about experimenting. And I have, in the past year, have done so much research on different types of. Are you doing your hands too? Show them. It's okay. Keep going. I have done so much different research on the keto diet, on low carb, high fat, and I have just played with different things to find out what works for me. And I usually recommend eating either keto or low carb, high fat to people when they feel like they're in a rut. They feel like they have no energy. They are just hungry all of the time, or they feel like, they're full of anxiety and depression and all of this stuff that happens. You're making it hard for me to focus. But you can get closer. You can say hi to people. Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So the reason I would even recommend it to people is just maybe if the way that they're eating right now isn't working. And that's why I found this, I would say, fat-fueled way of eating. Last week I did test to see if I was in ketosis, and I was, but that's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to feel good and on the inside out. So to have the energy that I have, to not have the energy crashes that I had before, to make sure that things are going good with my thyroid and my Hashimoto's and those sorts of things. So it's really looking from the inside out on how things work. I don't track anything that I eat, so I really honestly don't know how many carbs I eat. If I were to guesstimate, I would say anywhere between 50 and 100 at a high day. But, I make sure that I'm fueling my body with whole foods, with superfoods, and those good things, and then a lot of fat and a moderate amount of protein. And it makes me feel good. Before I started this, I posted my transformation picture from this past year today. And last year at this time, I was really struggling. I had a lot of anxiety. I had my energy levels were all over the place. I was so tired, but I was sleeping, I was so tired, yet I couldn't sleep at night. There were so many different situations that brought me to eat high carb. I always do that. High fat, low carb. And over this past year, I've just kind of played with it and found what works for me. So if, that's something you want to try, I always say experiment with things. I even did last year at this time, I actually did, which is probably going to start coming up on my time hop, the Ultimate Reset that Beachbody offers. And it's a completely vegan kind of cleanse, I guess you would say. And it wasn't like I felt hungry or anything like that, but my body just didn't like it. It was a lot of different kind of carbs and things, and my body really responded great to eating high fat. So that's what I kind of switched to. So if you guys have more questions about that, just definitely let me know. But just know that I think the number one thing is to do the research yourself and find out the things yourself. I read multiple books. I listened to multiple podcasts. I talk about her nonstop, but Leanne Vogel from healthfulpursuits.com. She has an amazing YouTube channel. She has amazing resources, and I just like the way that she talks about this, because not everybody is going to be put in one box, and I don't want to put anybody in one box with keto either. I may mention that every once in a while about keto, but it's just because that's how people, I guess, what's popular right now, and that's what people are referencing. But don't put yourself in a box. You don't want to be put in that box where you can't eat anything. I don't put any rules on what I eat. So, if I want to have tacos, I will. And sometimes you'll see tacos on my Snapchat once a week. But because I've kind of fat adapted my body, which basically means that my body is burning fat instead of carbs as fuel, that I can have those tacos and then a day or two be back to burning fat and be okay. So there is just a lot of experimenting and finding what works for you, but that's kind of why I recommend it. If anybody wanted to try it, and if you guys have any questions, I can offer you guys some advice. You can just send me a message or ask me a question, and I can help you with it there. Also, the thing is when you are, another question I got was, I'm trying to eat low carb, high fat, and I am still not having any energy. So what happens is, and I'm not a nutritionist, I don't have a degree in this or anything, but this is the things that I have learned over the past year is that, are you trying to sit on me? Are you trying to talk like me? Okay, cool. The things that I have learned, did you want to go out there and watch your show? No, you want to stay here? Okay, cool. The things that I have learned over the past year, so I'm just sharing that with you guys. So the question I got was, I'm trying to eat this way, but I have low energy. So if you have been a carb burner for a long time, it's going to take a little while for your body to switch over to burning fat. So you're going to have a lot of fats. Oops, are you right? A lot of carbs stored up in your body, so your body needs to burn that off in order to get into fat burning mode. And when you're first going through that, you can get a little bit of low energy and stuff. That's why I kind of recommend just kind of tapering down. Some people go through what they call the keto flu. I personally never went through it because I think that my body just loves this way of eating. So when I switched over, I think at first there was like a day or two where I kind of just felt like very tired and stuff, but my body flipped over to burning fat right away and felt good. So some things I would recommend is make sure you're getting in a bunch of water. Make sure that you're getting in your salt intake so that you're making sure that your levels are right, because that's going to help out. Also, if taper down. So start out with more carbs and then taper down as the days go on. I also recommend eating your carbs later at night, not in the morning, because that your body actually will process them better and you'll sleep better. Hallelujah, right? Like if you want to follow this and you want to have carbs, have your carbs at night. Have more of your fat during the day. You're going to stay fuller longer. Your energy level is going to be better. And then once your body flips over, it's going to be a lot easier. But stick with it. Maybe really look at the amount of carbs you're doing. If you're doing, like I said, to taper down, but maybe it's too low amount of carbs. Maybe you need to up it a little bit. But like I said, I tracked at the beginning and then I stopped tracking because it was so easy just to follow this way of eating. Okay, so I had a question here. What's the main difference between keto and paleo? Okay, so paleo is a style of eating that is basically you're not having any grains. I'm not really like super familiar with all of like how it is, and this is why I say I don't really like to label myself on any way of eating. But paleo is not having, and somebody can chime in if I'm wrong, but no dairy, no grains, no legumes, and basically eating whole food, like kind of primal style, how they did in the past. But with paleo, they're not like limiting your carbs or anything. They're not limiting like your macronutrients. They're really focused on, oh, that's weird. I had like a message come up on the side. They're really focused on just eating whole foods. Okay, are you done? Okay, go get a chair. Really focus on getting whole foods into your body and not having any dairy, not having any grains and things that cause a lot of inflammation. But it's not really putting limits on your macronutrients. So that paleo helps a lot of people with if they have any inflammation in their body and things like that. Keto basically is getting your body into ketosis, which means that it's burning fat instead of carbs or sugar for fuel. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that. You can do keto paleo style. There's people that do keto and have dairy. I personally have dairy right now. I don't have a ton, but if you go online and you Google it, you'll find a lot of people like it's very heavy dairy. And if you are I do have to say, if you are following a low carb, high fat diet and you have a ton of dairy and you're not seeing any results, that's probably the culprit and you probably need to get rid of it because it's probably causing you a lot of inflammation. Okay, so let's see. Next question is putting butter and oil into your coffees. I'm reading my questions down here. Putting butter and oil into your coffee safe? Is it healthy for someone with heart issues? So like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't have a degree in nutrition or anything, but I've done a ton of research this past year. And I really think that it's something that you should look into and research yourself. I have no idea if it's healthy or not for you, to be like, just be completely honest. But after the research and things that I'm doing, I believe that it is. Because we have been taught so many wrong things for so many years. There are studies that show now that fat is not the culprit of heart disease, of all of these different things that happen. And I could share with you guys some podcasts and things where I've seen that. I'll post it in the links below, or when I load it up to YouTube, I'll post it underneath the video. But it's really your body turning that sugar and that carbs and stuff is really what's causing all of that. And we have been so afraid of fat for so long. But if you're eating the healthy fats and you are fueling your body with whole foods, I don't see a problem with it. I've been drinking, my bulletproof hot coffee or hot chocolate or whatever you want to call it for about almost about a year now, I would say. And I've had my blood test done multiple times throughout the year because I do have Hashimoto's, so that's something that I have to get done. Okay, you got to be quiet or you got to go out there. Are you done? You gotta sit over here. Okay. It says my connection's weak. I hope it's not weak. Okay. So I have had, things like that done, and okay, you need to stop. Or you have to go out in the other room because they can't hear me. So you gotta sit down or you gotta go out there. So I've had my blood work done and everything is amazing. Like it was way better than it was the first time I got it done. So for me, this works. Like I said, it might not work for you. You need to test it out. You need to do your research. You need to really learn about it and the reasons why. And I think that's one thing that helps people stick to something, is really learning why you're doing something and how it works, the kind of the science behind it. It's not like you need to know all about the human body, but listening to some of these podcasts, reading some of these books will really inform you about all of these things. Tell them. What do you want to tell them? Oren thinks Davin is super awesome. Give him a thumbs up. Say hi, Oren.
Hey.
Give him a thumbs up. They can't see it. Okay, so the next question I got is kind of getting off keto. So keto, low carb, high fat. If anybody has any more questions about those, make sure you ask them. But I can give you some resources if you need some to check them out. So the next question I got is when you first started working out and waking up and working out in the morning. Like, obviously it's a habit now that I wake up and I work out at 4:30 in the morning. Well, lately it's been like 5. I get up at 4:30, but it takes me like 30 minutes to kind of get my stuff together and get going. What was my motivation to start doing that? And, you know, it's kind of hard because I kind of don't really believe in like motivation. It's like, that's like such a hard thing to think about, is like, how did you start getting yourself motivated to work out early in the morning? And honestly, it was just like a couple things. Like, I was so tired of the way I was feeling every day. I started working, I was still sleeping in, but I was working out first thing in the morning, and it was making me feel amazing. My day was so much better. Like, I was so much more productive. So literally, it's like there's that book. I haven't read it yet, but it's next on my list, is like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Like, when that alarm went off, it was like I just got up and I went. Like, I didn't even question it. I didn't hit snooze, nothing. Move your phone away in another room and just keep trying every single day. Maybe start waking up 15 minutes earlier every single time. That's what I did, was I moved it back 15 minutes each time. And then eventually I'm like, I realized how much better my days are when I work out, when I don't. Like, this morning, you guys, I did not want to get up and work out. I was up kind of late last night, and I did not want to do it. But I knew that once that alarm went off at 4:30, that I could not hit snooze. I had to like jump out of bed and go. So as soon as that alarm goes, I get up and I go. And then it gets me going. So it's just wanting it enough that you want to make that change and you want to do it, and kind of getting excited about it. Like, this is how I kind of convince myself to do it. Like, I start thinking about the way I'm going to feel. I start thinking about the things that I could accomplish. And then just doing it once or twice really puts it into perspective. Like, there are times where I have gotten so, like, between 4:30 and 6:30, which is just 2 hours, I get done more in that time than I do, like, 5 hours out of the day or whatever, just because it's quiet, it's me time, and I kind of like it. Some people are not morning people, and that's just what it is, but I would keep trying. I would just say, just move your clock back, put your phone somewhere else where you cannot reach it, and really start thinking about how it's going to make you feel when you do get that done. And then it kind of just turns into a habit. Okay, so the next question I got, and losing my voice, and Cowboy Davin looks very uninterested in this conversation. Are you done? You want to go out there? No? You want to stay here so I can answer the rest of the questions? Okay. My favorite Shakeology recipes. So you guys, I am like the simplest Shakeology. Okay. Can you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
No, come over here. Say bye. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, go ahead. Can you open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite, I'm probably going to lose all of my followers now on this live video. Can you shut the door, please? Thank you. I'm probably going to lose all the followers now that Cowboy Davin left. But, okay, so my favorite Shakeology recipe. I'm like the simple person, plain Jane. I like almond milk, vegan Shakeology, and, oh, Amber, you just missed Cowboy Davin. He left. He didn't want to stay any longer. Just ice, vegan Shakeology, chocolate Shakeology, and mix it together. I did just get in the new flavors of Shakeology, so I want to try those. But other than that, like, it's just simple for me. Sometimes I like to add in an avocado to any of the Shakeologies. It's really good with the tropical vegan Shakeology because it makes it a lot smoother. And just add in a little bit of extra fat, but that's about it. Otherwise, I would say my favorite Shakeology recipe is taking a tablespoon of coconut oil, a melted coconut oil, so melt it in the microwave, and then add in a scoop of Shakeology, mix it together, and then lay it out on a sheet, put it in the freezer, and for about 10 minutes, it turns into a chocolate bar, like serious chocolate bar. If you have sweet cravings at night, it's perfect little like fat bomb, I guess you would say. I thought I had it. Oh, there. So that's super yummy. If you have sweet cravings throughout the day, you could munch on it. It's so good. Okay, so the next question I got was, what is my favorite cheat meal? That's so hard. I can't even say. I don't like using the word cheat meal because, like I said, I don't like to put like labels on the way I eat or restrictions or anything. Like, it's just, I eat the way I eat and it works for me. But I would say I have a couple. I can't just pick one. Like tacos, clearly. Like, I have issues with tacos. I love tacos. Macaroni and cheese is my all-time. Okay, so if I had to pick one, it'd probably be macaroni and cheese. Like, I love macaroni and cheese. Any kind of macaroni and cheese, homemade macaroni and cheese, from the box macaroni and cheese. Yes, I said it. I don't know. I love macaroni and cheese. So that would probably be my all-time favorite. My favorite wine. So when I got asked this question, I was like, oh, I've said this before. Pretty much any wine is my favorite wine, but I really like white wines. I like a Sauvignon Blanc, but my favorite white wine, which I remembered because I have it in my fridge and I might have some in this cup right now, is a Fumé Blanc, which my grandfather got me hooked on. So he always bribes me to come to his house because he always has the best Fumé Blanc at his house. So I'll go there and hang out with him and drink all the wine. Otherwise, I like red blends are my favorite, even though those are probably like a little bit higher in carbs. It's like, it's like you can't put, that's why I'm saying, like, you have to live. If you were to have, it's not like I'm having red wine every single night, like red blends every single night. I used to do that, but I don't anymore. So those are kind of my favorite wines. Favorite way to spend, I feel like I missed some questions. Favorite way to spend my day without kids. Now that's like, I can't say like one way. Like, are you kidding me? There's like so many different ways. If I'm by myself, it's definitely like shopping, a massage, nails, like a girl day. Like, otherwise I love spending time with my husband. So we love going and doing all sorts of things, whether it be going to the lake, going out off-road riding with our friends, or camping, or even going to concerts. Are one of our favorite things to do is just to go out and listen to live music. The casino, I like the casino. We have the Indian casinos here, but definitely, that's something that we like to do, and we like to hang out with each other. So a lot of times, if we don't have any kids, we are just out having fun and enjoying each other. So those are all the questions that you guys asked. I thought there was another one, but I guess there wasn't. Let me see. I'm going to pull this up really quick and see if I had any more questions. If you guys have any questions, make sure you post them below. Otherwise, oh, my internet is like running super duper slow. Okay. Hello, Cowboy Davin. Okay, cool. Well, I think I've lost all my followers since Cowboy Davin is gone. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for always following my journey. Thank you guys for always supporting me. And, if you guys need any help, I'm here for you. If you are interested in my next wellness group that's opening up in 2 weeks, let me know. There's no strings attached if you just want to message me and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking to accomplish. What are your suggestions? Whatever. I'm here to help people first and foremost. So, and I'm here to help people really make these changes in their life so it's going to stick. Not something that's going to be like a quick fix and then you're just going to go back to the way things were before. I really, really wholly believe in, wholly believe in showing and teaching my clients how they can create a lifestyle that's healthy and happy for you. And I'm 100% open with, obviously, the things that I do and the times that I slip, because we're all human and it happens. So don't be afraid to reach out. You can comment, you can send me a message, you can send me a snap, whatever it is, and I will get back to you. Thank you for sending me your questions, and I will see you guys next Thursday for Ask Ashley. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.